Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Bhagavati Vasudha Devidasi from Mangalore, India. Please forgive me for stopping all of you from ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name given by Vyasadeva and Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna is one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Now let us move on to the next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam Plus. May I know who all are joining the call today?
हरे कृष्ण भगवती वसुधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances of Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Lila Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances of glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karuna Devidasi from Mecca.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, is there anyone who would like to introduce on the call
हरे
today?
कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble pranams. I am Akansha from India.
Hare Krishna, Kansha. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Okay. I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are really fortunate to have His case Gaur Vilas Prabhuji to explain the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 8.21.5 onwards. So, okay, Prabhuji is yet to join. If anyone wants to introduce, they can introduce. Okay, we'll chant. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम 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 हरे हरे
Mataji Prabhuji joined.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna, sorry for the delay.
Our Vilas to
Was in a
Srimad
meeting,
Prabhupada.
so there's.
Thank you, Prabhuji. No
We'll begin.
problem. We just finished the introduction. You can take over, Prabhuji.
Sure.
Hare Krishna.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So thank you for the opportunity to serve. We are continuing our discussion from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are discussing today from 8th Canto, chapter 21, text number 5. Chapter 21 is entitled Bali Maharaj Arrested by the Lord. Text 5. ब्रह्मादयो लोकनाथा स्वनाथाय समादृता सानुगा बलिम आजहरु संक्षिप्तात्मा विभूतये. Translation. Lord Brahma and all the predominating deities of the various planetary systems began to worship Lord Vamanadev, their supreme master, who had reduced himself from his all-pervading form to his original form. They collected all the ingredients and paraphernalia for this worship. Purport. Vamanadev first expanded himself to the universal form and then reduced himself to original Vamana Rupa. Thus he acted exactly like Lord Krishna, who, at the request of Arjuna, first showed his universal form and later resumed his original form as Krishna. The Lord can assume any form as he likes, but his original form is that of Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. According to the capacity of the devotee, the Lord assumes various forms so that the devotee can handle him. This is his causeless mercy. When Lord Vamanadeva resumed his original form, Lord Brahma and his associates collected various paraphernalia for worship with which to please him. Hare Krishna. This is another very important section going on. And in this chapter, Bali Maharaj, he is arrested by Vamanadeva because he could not fulfill his promise of giving the 3 steps of land. And then after binding Bali Maharaj, now this Vamanadev, he has assumed again his form as a small dwarf. All the devtas, they are offering prayers. In this verse, they are collecting all the paraphernalia for the worship of the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada writes beautifully that the Lord, he assumes a form so that the devotees can handle him. Yad yad dhyata urugaya vibhavayanti tattad vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. Whatever form a devotee wants to see, the Lord appears in that form so that the devotee can worship him properly. The Lord, he is Bhakta Vatsal. He is completely controlled by his devotee. Whatever the devotee wants, whatever desires the devotee has, the Lord fulfills the desires of the devotee. And to fulfill the desires of his devotees, he appears in as many forms as the devotee wants, or he appears in a particular form which the devotee wants. So that is so very wonderful about the Lord. The Lord who is supreme, transcendental autocrat, Akhilakoti Brahmand Nayak, he gets controlled by his devotees. And Vamanadev, he is assuming his original form. And Lord, Brahma and all the devatas, they are about to worship him. So this is the beauty of the Lord. And we'll be discussing on this, how the Lord, he is ready to do anything for his pure devotees. One of the quality of bhakti is sudurlabha. It is very, very rare. Rupa Goswami mentions the 6 secondary qualities of pure devotional service. The primary qualities are mentioned in Bhagavatam 3rd canto by Kapaladev, where he says that my devotees, they are my nirbadha hridayah. They are always attached to me, and they are singing my glories. They are chanting the names, chanting my names. And then the secondary qualities are described of pure devotional service. 6 qualities are mentioned there. Kleshagni, Shubhda, Sudurlabha, Sandrananda Visheshatma, and Moksha Labhutakrit, Shri Krishna Akarshini. So this Sudurlabha means it is very, very rare. So the process of devotional service is very, very rare. Why it is very rare? Why it is Sudurlabha? Because Jiva Goswami gives 2 reasons. First is Lord doesn't give it so easily because he is controlled by his devotees. Lord Vishnu tells Durvasa that Aham Bhakta Paradhino Nahi Aswatantra Eva Dvijah Sadhvir Grasta Hridayam Bhaktair Bhakta Janapriyaha. He says, I am controlled by my devotees' love. I am not independent. The supreme transcendental autocrat, supreme independent Lord, he is saying I am not independent. That's the glory of bhakti. That's the glory of a bhakta. So the process of devotional service, it is a very, very glorious one. That it can even control the Lord, and it can control that personality, that Lord who is all powerful, who is all supreme independent. So that is how, the devotees and devotion, it is so very wonderful that it controls the Lord. And he is ready to assume any form so that the devotee can serve him. Devotee can please, devotee can worship. So the Lord is ready to do anything just to please the devotees. Bhakti, it is Sudurlabha, but one of the very beautiful things about devotional services it is also easily available. Process of bhakti, although it is easily available, but still it is sudurlabha, because as Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is simple but not easy. Why simple? Because we have to just chant Hare Krishna and we can achieve the highest perfection. Why not easy? Because we have to chant only Hare Krishna, nothing else to be done. And that is the most difficult part. Because to sit and chant, that is not so easy. That is our greatest test. And the process of devotional service, it is the glorious one, because it can take a jiva from the lowest of the conditions to the highest of the imagined situations. That is to become the associate of the Lord. That's how the living entities are made. All of us, we are made so flexible. Although we are insignificant, 1 by 10,000 tip of the hair, but we can achieve the highest by the process of devotional service. So this process of bhakti, which is so very wonderful, the more we hear about the process of bhakti, the more we understand our fortune. In fact, whatever we do in our Krishna consciousness is to understand what we have received already. This Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, it is there in everyone's heart. It is there. We already have this. The more we hear about the glories of the Krishna Prem, the more we want to have it. The more we want to realize it. We already have it, but we have to realize the value of what we have. That's the whole process of Krishna consciousness. Sometimes we won't realize what we have. Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, he makes a wonderful statement. He says, we feel dissatisfied when we don't see what we have. We don't feel as dissatisfied when we see what we don't have. We may have so many things, we may not have so many things, but a person who is a billionaire, he is looking at some other billionaire and he's thinking, I don't have all the money which he has. But you look at what you have, and that will keep him satisfied. That will keep him happy, peaceful. So the whole process of Krishna consciousness is to make us understand what we have received. We have received a process by which even Krishna can come under control. A devotee can control the Lord. As Prabhupada is writing, according to the capacity of the devotee, the Lord assumes various forms so that the devotee can handle him. He is controlled. In Vrindavan, when gopis, they say, Krishna, if you dance, we'll give you sweets. And Krishna dances. Krishna, if you sing, we'll give you butter. And Krishna sings. Gopibhi stobito nrityat bhagavan balavat kvachit udgayati kvachin mugdas tadvasho daru yantravat. He is like a puppet in the hands of Brajvasis, the gopis. You dance? Okay, Krishna is dancing. You sing? Krishna is singing. Why? Vibharti kvachit agyapta pitha konmana paduka bahukshepam cha kurute swanam cha pritimavahan. One time Nanda Maharaj tells Krishna, can you please get that small table? And Krishna is a small boy yet. And he's trying to push that small table and he's not able to push it. So what he does? He's slapping his arms, showing them, I have sufficient strength. You don't worry, I'll get this table. Swanam cha pritimavahan, just to increase the love of the devotees. So he's completely controlled by his devotees. That is the process which we are practicing to control the uncontrollable Lord, conquer the unconquerable Lord. Ajita jitopi jnane prayasamudapasya namanta eva jivanti sanmukaritam bhavati yavarta sthane sitam shrutigatam tanuman varobhi ye prayasho ajita jitopi. This process of devotional service is so very wonderful. We can conquer the unconquerable Lord. And that's what is described by Prabhupada here. In fact, this whole pastime of Vamana Dev binding Bali Maharaj is to show the supremacy of Bali Maharaj. This whole pastime is enacted to bring out the glories of Bali Maharaj. Otherwise, who would have known that Bali Maharaj is a Mahajan who is punished so severely? But Lord wants to bring out the best out of his devotees. And he wants to show the world how my devotee is glorious, that I come under the control of my devotee. So much so that Vamana Dev is ready to become the gatekeeper of Sutala. And he is still there, guarding the gates of Sutala. That's how he is controlled by his devotees. One of the qualities of the Lord is Sarva Saundarya Sangraham. He is the abode of all loveliness. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport of this verse that the most beautiful aspect of the Lord is he likes to give credit to his devotees. He likes to glorify his devotees. Nimitta matram bhava sabyasachi. You take glory, O Arjun. He took all the Pandavas to Bhishma and Yudhishthir because he wanted to glorify Bhishma. That is the process which we are following, that Krishna is ready to be controlled by his devotees' love. That is the fortune we have. And the only thing we have to do is keep on reminding ourselves our fortune. That will give us impetus to practice the bhakti process which we have been given. Because unless we understand the value of something, we don't take that thing seriously. This process of bhakti, it is Chintamani. It can give us the highest. Krishna Nam is Chintamani. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddhava Nitya Muktava Abhinnatvat Nama Namino. Krishna has manifested all his energies in his name. Nama Namakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. It is not different than the Lord. Our problem is we don't invest little of our energy sometimes, even little, during our chanting. Sometimes we chant in a very casual way, distracted way. While chatting, while surfing, chanting is going on. Sometimes devotees are driving also and chanting with other hand. So if Krishna has invested all his potencies in his names, we should also try to put our heart in chanting. And the more we chant properly, the more we'll realize the glory of what we have received. There's only one qualification to practice Krishna consciousness, bhakti, attraction to Krishna. Rupa Goswami writes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, only qualification to practice bhakti is attraction. I want to practice this. But how does one get this attraction? This attraction is not so easily available. This attraction comes only by the mercy of a devotee. If we are not able to get the mercy of devotees, it is very difficult, because on our own we can't get Krishna Prem. Bahujanma kore yadi shravana kirtan tabu na paye. Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite para, tomara shakati ache. Krishna is yours. You can give Krishna to me. So only when a devotee shows mercy, somebody gets devotion. Piety is not the cause of bhakti. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he analyzes this in Madhurya Kadambini. He says, what's the cause of bhakti? Pious actions? Or if pious action is a cause of bhakti, then bhakti becomes dependent on piety. But bhakti is not dependent on anything. No, piety is not a cause for bhakti. You may see many people who are very pious. They'll do good to people, they'll help, they are charitable, but they're not devotees. So what's the cause of bhakti? Well, some bhagya, some good fortune. If somebody is not fortunate, he will not get bhakti. Okay, but if fortune is the cause of bhakti, then bhakti becomes dependent on fortune. No, that is also not the cause of bhakti. Then Supreme Lord's mercy is the cause of bhakti. If Supreme Lord's mercy is the cause of bhakti, then why Lord is not showing mercy to everyone? That is also difficult to answer. Then he comes to the understanding that the bhakti which is there in the heart of a devotee is the cause of devotion in somebody else's heart. So it is bhakti only which is the cause of bhakti. And that bhakti is given by a bhakta. So that is the cause of bhakti. When a devotee gives devotion to somebody. एतावानेव यजताम इह निःश्रेयसोदयं भगवती अचलो भावो यद भागवत संगतः. In second canto, third chapter, Shukdev Goswami is taking a list of all the names of devtas. Oh, you want this, you worship this devta. You want that, you want good wealth, worship Lakshmi. You want good wife, worship Uma. You want good husband, worship Shiva. You want good wealth, health, worship Surya. So many things. And Parikshit Maharaj says, well, oh Shukdev Goswami, at which stage these devta worshippers will become Krishna worshippers? Is there a graduation? You worship devtas for so many years and then you become Krishna worshipper. How does it happen? Shukdev Goswami says it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen automatically. Etavan, all these people, etavaneva yajatam iha nishreyasa. Nishreyasa means all these people, they will get the highest benefit when yad bhagavat sangatam, when they'll get association of devotee. When a devata worshipper gets association of devotee, then they become Krishna worshipper. Otherwise, they don't become devotee of Krishna. It is so very rare. One may keep on doing pious activities for lifetimes. They will not get devotion. It's a great fortune that yah kenapi ati bhagyena jat shraddho asya sevane na ati sakto na vairagya bhag asyam adhikari asau. By some unimaginable good fortune, one gets bhakti by associating with the bhakta. Ati bhagya, the word used by Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion is ati bhagyen. It is extreme fortune, extreme good fortune. And that extreme good fortune arises when somebody starts associating with devotees. Then we gradually start understanding, wow, this is such a wonderful process I have received. And the more we are in awe and reverence of the process which we have received, the more we'll practice it nicely. Otherwise, if somebody thinks, okay, I'm practicing bhakti, what's so great about it? It is an ordinary thing. We'll not put our heart. We have to keep reading, keep hearing about the glories of what we have received. Otherwise, we may get doubt. We'll be dissatisfied because I'm not seeing I have a diamond with me. The same thing happened with Yudhishthir Maharaj in the 7th canto. After Narad Muni described the story of Prahlad Maharaj and Narasimhadev, Yudhishthir Maharaj had a doubt. He became a little morose. You know why? He's thinking, just see, Prahlad is such a great devotee. For one devotee, Lord is appearing. Who is appearing for me? Lord is not coming for me. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is thinking like this. Lord is not coming for me. Just see here, such a small child, 5 years old boy Prahlad, and Lord appeared for him. Narad Muni could sense this. Yudhishthira is just thinking like this, and Narad Muni could sense this. He says, "Oh Yudhishthira, do you know how fortunate you are? Yuyam niloke batabhuri bhaga lokam punana munayo bhiyanti yesham grihana vasatiti sakshat gudham param brahma manushya lingam." He says, Yuyam, O Yudhishthira Maharaj, you are batabhuri bhaga nriloke. In the entire human society, you are most fortunate. Bhuri bhag. Why? Are great sages, rishis, and devotees, yogis, gyanis, they are doing tapasya for many, many lifetimes, maybe. They are not able to see the Lord. And that Supreme Lord, Lokam Punana Munayo Bhiyanti, Yesham Grihana Avasatiti. That Supreme Param Brahma, he is staying in your home, Manushyalingam, as a human form. How fortunate you are, you know how fortunate you are. So that's our condition sometimes. We don't understand what we have received, so that therefore we don't take it seriously. Chanting. Every day we are doing chanting. What's the big thing about it? Even if one day we can't chant properly, attentively, it's okay. It is like somebody is given a chance to get a diamond every day and some aaj nahi lenge. Today I don't want this diamond. So what others will say? He's a foolish person, it seems. Diamond is getting distributed and he says, I don't want. We don't know the value of it. Or we may know the value, but we don't realize the value. There's a difference between value, knowing and realizing, right? We have heard many times. Since day one of Krishna consciousness, we are hearing all this. But still we have not realized it. Therefore, we need to hear every day how fortunate we are. What is the glory of the holy names? This holy name is so powerful. Yannamadheyam Riyamana Matura Patanskalanva Vivasho Grinan Puman Vimukta Karma Galuttamam Gatim Prapnoti Yakshanti Natam Kalaujana. Even at the time of death, if somebody chants the name of the Lord, they get freed from all the sins. But people of Kali Yuga, they are so unfortunate, so obstinate sometimes. They can't take the name of the Lord. Gokoti Danam Grihaneshu Kashi Prayaga Ganga Yutakalpavasam Yagyagatam Meru Suvarna Danam Govindanama Pinakadapi Tulyam. This is a beautiful verse which describes the glories of the name. Gokoti Danam Grihaneshu Kashi. If somebody gives millions of cows in Kashi in charity, Gokoti Danam Grihaneshu Kashi. If somebody goes to Prayag and stays there for one kalpa means 1 day of Brahma. Prayag Ganga Yuta Kalpavasam. Kalpavas. If somebody gives charity of gold equivalent to Meru in Yagya, if he gives charity, Yagyagatam Meru Suvarna Danam. Meru is a mountain of thousands and thousands of yojanas high. But the punya of all these things cannot even compare to a bit of the punya, the spiritual credits which one receives by chanting the name of the Lord. Govindanama pinakadapi tulyam. That is the glory, that is the fortunate thing which we have received. So the more we hear, the more we understand, wow, we are really fortunate. Then why we should look for the things of the world and try to be fortunate? Mama naratya dukkartam kutumbasakta manasa satsangrahito martyo vritta seva parichyuta. Krishna is telling, if somebody is getting a chance to serve me, he is most fortunate. If somebody is trying to realize the purpose of life, he's fortunate. If somebody is getting a chance to associate with devotees, he's fortunate. Most fortunate. If somebody is getting a chance to serve the devotees, he's most fortunate. How many of us are getting a chance to do all these? All of us. Right? So we are really fortunate. The problem is we have not realized it. So we don't put all our efforts. So I'm also speaking, I'm also reminding myself during chanting, during services. We have to remind. I'm also, while speaking, reminding myself this is very, very important, fortunate thing. I'll give a simple example. Okay, everybody please answer this question. How many of you have done Govardhan Parikrama? Can raise their hands. Very simple question I'm going to ask. Many, many devotees must have done. Right? Now, those of you who have done Govardhan Parikrama, while doing Govardhan Parikrama, even a handkerchief looks heavy, right? And if I tell you that you have to carry 2 kg bag with you while doing Govardhan Parikrama, how many of you will be excited to do that? Anyone will be excited to do Govardhan Parikrama with a 2 kg bag? Nobody? Now, if I tell you, in that 2 kg bag, there is 2 kg gold. And if you do Govardhan Parikrama, that 2 kg gold will be yours. Now, how many of you will be excited to do Govardhan Parikrama? Anybody?
Will do Golden Parikrama. Will take the gold and go. No problem.
We'll do 2 times Govardhan Parikrama. You see, give me 2 bags. Huh? Right? What made the difference? We understood what is there in the bag. Right? We understood the value. Similarly, this process of hearing and chanting, it may look very burdensome. But when we understand what we can receive by this process, then we are happy to take that burden of Krishna consciousness. So that's how we have to understand. Kona bhagya karo samsara kshayanmukh hoy sadhu sanga tabe Krishna rati upajay. It is by some great fortune when we associate with devotees, we get attraction for Krishna. Maivam mamadhamasyapi syateva achyuta darshana riyamana kalanadya kvachit tarati kaschana. Akrurji, when he was sent by Kamsa to get Krishna and Balaram, he is completely absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna and Balaram. And as he enters Vrindavan, first time in his life, he is seeing the footprints of Krishna. How he understood? Those footprints were marked with many, many auspicious symbols. And in Vrindavan, none of the animals, they walk on the footprints of Krishna. Akrurji jumps off the chariot and he offers obeisances to that footprint, starts rolling in those footprints. And he speaks this verse. How fortunate I am. Although I am so fallen, Maivam Mama Adhamasyapi. I am so fallen, but today I will get darshan of Krishna. Just like in the river, by some coincidence, the 2 straws, they come together, stay for some time, and then they get separated. By some inconceivable fortune, a log of wood floating in the river may come to the shore. By some fortune, we have received this process of devotional service. This is not an ordinary Sukriti. There are 3 types of Sukriti. Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes. There is Bhogonmukhi Sukriti, Mokshonmukhi Sukriti, and Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti. Bhogonmukhi Sukriti means if somebody has done material piety, helping people, giving charity, feeding others, they'll get a chance to enjoy life in a pious way. Bhogonmukhi. If somebody has done some Jnana Marga, practiced some Jnana Marga or Ashtanga Marga, they'll get a chance to practice this Jnana Marga again, and they can easily attain moksha. But these 2 types of fortune, they are not real fortune. What is real fortune is Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti. Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti is that Sukriti by which one can get devotion to the Lord. That is only possible when one comes in touch with a devotee. A devotee gives this Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti. Just like Narad Muni's story, the small boy Narad Muni, he started serving those great devotees and he became Narad Muni. So that's how the association of devotees is so very powerful. Prabhupada writes in the purport there, pure devotional service is, association of devotees is as infectious, as contagious as an infectious disease in good sense. You associate with devotees, you will get devotion. That is the process. Otherwise, it is unfortunate situation in this material world. We are born unfortunate. But by the mercy of devotees, one becomes fortunate. नाना भावेर भक्तजन हमस चक्रवाक गण्याते सबे करे न विहार कृष्ण केरी सुमृणाल यहाँ पाई सर्वकाल भक्त हमस करे आहार. The devotees, they are like swans. They are always absorbed in tasting the nectar of Harikatha. It's like the swan is busy eating the soft stem of the lotus flowers. The devotees are also absorbed in hearing the glories of Krishna. The devotees are compared with Hamsa Chakravaka. Chakravak means the Chataka, the bird which only drinks the water coming from the clouds. He'll wait. Even if there is a big reservoir of water, they'll not drink. They'll wait for the clouds. They'll wait for the rains. The devotee is not satisfied by anything else but Krishna. So a devotee, they go to this ocean of nectarine Harikatha, they drink it, they relish it. Sei sarovar gya hamsa chakra vakavaya sada taha karaha vihar khandibe sakala dukha paibe parama sukha anayase habe ullas. The more we absorb our mind in the pastimes of Krishna, pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sei Sarovaragya Hamsa Chakravako become like swan and Chakravak. Please taste this nectar. Our unfortunate condition is, since many lives we have not tasted this nectar. We are used to tasting poison in this material world, and that's why we don't have the taste for nectar also. By some mercy, inconceivable fortune in this life, we have received this taste. It requires a particular type of taste, but to relish a particular dish. Just like for those who are South Indians, they can eat South Indian food every day. But a North Indian, they need chapati. South Indian, they are happy with rice. I know sometimes, when devotees from North India.
Papa is here. I'm asking.
From devotees from north, they go to South India for yatra to Sri Rangam or other places. In the prasad, they only get rice, different types of rice. Sometimes tamarind rice, lemon rice, coconut rice, curd rice. So some devotees, they were telling, yatra was nice with rice. But South Indian, they can eat that with relish. So long, many, many lifetimes, we have not relished this Krishna Katha. Somehow, by some mercy, we have been given this chance. Please taste this. And we are saying there is no taste in Hari Katha. It is all boring. Devotees, they fall, sleep, they doze off. The taste is not there. But still, we have to keep on hearing. That is the only way we can please the Lord. See, Lord is not so much concerned whether we are able to do it properly or not. Lord is concerned whether we struggled or not. If we struggle to hear, if we struggle to chant, that attracts the mercy of the Lord. So that's how it is. And devotees are ready to help us. Kaviraj Goswami describes that devotees are like the clouds. Ei amritanukshan sadhu mahanta meghagan vishwadhyane kare barishan tate phale amrit phal bhakta khaye nirantar tara sheshe jiye jagajan. The devotees, they are drinking, they are relishing this nectar of Hari Katha. Sei amrita anukshan. And then after taking this nectar from the ocean of nectar, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, they are like the clouds of nectar. The devotees are like the clouds of nectar. Eyamritanukshan sadhu mahanta meghagan. They are like the megha. And what are they doing? Vishwadhyane kore varishan. They are showering this nectar on this garden of this world. And when this nectarine water is falling, what is happening? Tate phale amrit phal. What is growing? The nectarine fruits of devotion. And all the other devotees, they are eating that. But there are so many fruits. Now the stomach is full. What to do now? Distribute. Tare shesha jiye jagajan. And when the devotees, they distribute this nectarine fruits, that is sufficient to enliven the entire world. That is the beauty of Harikatha. Because this Harikatha can only it can only enliven the world. It animates the world. It enlivens the world. Krishna Katha enlivens the world. There's a beautiful verse which says that Krishna Katha, when somebody hears this nectarine Harikatha, Yasya khilami vahabi sumangalai, it creates auspiciousness. Vacho vimishara gunakarma janmabhi, the words which are mixed with guna, karma, and janma of the Lord, the quality, activities, and the birth of the Lord. Prananti shambhanti punanti vaijagat, they give life, they purify, they enliven the world. Yastad virakta shavashobhanamati. Otherwise, everything else in this world is like decoration of a dead body. Useless. So please drink this nectar of Harikatha. We are so fortunate. We are given this nectar. Mind says, no, aaj nahi, kal piyenge. Today I am full. But we should not be thinking and hearing our mind. Even if mind says, aaj nahi, we don't want to taste this nectar now, we should be determined. Be determined to follow, to drink, to taste. Chaitanya Lila Amritpur, Krishna Lila Sukarpur, तुम्हें मिली होए सुमाधुर्य. Chaitanya Leela is like nectar. And Krishna Leela, if you add Krishna Leela and Chaitanya Leela both, they are like sugar, sweet rice mixed with camphor. It is so very delicious. So we have received this nectar. So why we should leave this chance? If we are not hearing and relishing this nectar, then the fortune we have received, we will not realize it. यही अमृत कर पान यार सम नाहियान चित्ते कर सुदृढ़ विश्वास. Kaviraj Goswami is begging again and again in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Please drink this nectar. There is nothing like this available in the entire universe. यही अमृत कर पान यार सम नाहियान चित्ते कर सुदृढ़ विश्वास. Please have determination to drink this. Don't indulge yourself in the topics of the world. They will not give anything. So that is the glory of devotional service. It is so pure, it is so wonderful that it is not dependent on any externals. Whoever you may be, Bali Maharaj, he is a demon, he is born in demoniac family, he is a Mahajan. No externals can stop. Oh, I am so insignificant, I am so fallen, I have never, since so many years I am practicing, I am not doing it properly. No problem. Only one thing is required, consistency. Consistency pleases the Lord more than brilliant flashes of devotion. Please keep on doing it, same thing. We have to just repeat the same thing. Prabhupada gives a simple example. If somebody is swimming and across the Pacific Ocean, what he has to do? He has to just keep on repeating the same step. But because the Pacific Ocean is so huge, after swimming for a few kilometers, one may get doubt. Will I cross over by this thing? I'm just swimming very slowly. Will I cross over? So he has to be given that assurance. Yes, you have to keep on doing the same thing. No gymnastics, no other things needed. Just keep on repeating the same thing. Same hearing, same chanting, same discussions of the pastimes of the Lord. Same hearing of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In some days, Gaur Purnima is coming. Who can be more fortunate than all of us? We have Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has appeared to give the highest to the lowest. Who can be more fortunate than this? To receive the highest? Krishna Prem to people of Kali Yuga who don't even know what is Krishna Prem. But Mahaprabhu is giving it freely, without even thinking whether this person is qualified or not qualified. Chaitanya avatare vahe premamrita vanya sabajiva preme bhase prithvi hoila dhanya ye banyaye jena bhase sei jiva char koti janme kabutar nahi kanistar. This verse is spoken by Maya Devi. After she accepts Haridas Thakur as her guru. She came to test Haridas Thakur and ultimately she accepted Haridas Thakur as her guru. She says, I have taken Ramnam Diksha from Lord Shiva previously. Can you now please initiate me in Krishna Nama Diksha? By mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will receive this Krishna Nam Diksha from you. Because Chaitanya avatare vahe premamrita vanya. Mahaprabhu has appeared. He has brought this river of love of God. Sabajiva preme bhase. He wants to drown the entire universe. Prithvi hoila dhanya. The earth has become fortunate because of this. But ye banyaye jena bhase sei jiva chhar. If somebody doesn't take advantage of this, he is most unfortunate. He'll not get delivered in many, many lifetimes. Millions of lifetimes. Koti janme kabutara nahi kanistar. So that is a beautiful process which we have received. So why we should have this doubt whether I'll succeed or not? We should not be so much result oriented. We should have our goal fixed, but we should not be so much obsessed with the results. I am not able to chant properly, no problem. Have we struggled properly? Have we endeavored to chant properly? I'm not able to read properly. Have we endeavored to make a schedule to read properly? At least few minutes a day. Srila Prabhupada has spent his sleepless nights writing all these purports. So it is our responsibility to read them. So that's how the Supreme Lord, Ajita Jitopi, he is unconquerable, he is conquered by the Lord. That is the causeless mercy of the Lord. He wants to give himself to his devotees. He wants to be controlled by his devotee, just like a father who likes to be controlled by a small child. Example is given, Sat Striya Sat Patim Yatha. Just like a chaste wife controls a faithful husband, similarly, a devotee controls the Lord. Very wonderful example. Sat Striya Sat Patim Yatha. So the more we are chaste to the Lord, the more Lord will come under the control of his devotee. But still we cannot control the Lord. And in so many situations, Lord will test our determination. Srila Prabhupada would speak always this, many times he would speak this Bengali proverb, Bhajan kara, sadhana kara, marte janle habe. Whatever bhajan and sadhan we are doing, it will be tested at the time of death. I would like to speak about one very, very wonderful devotee. He was my 2 years senior in medical college. Very, very wonderful devotee. He cared for us when we were in college. Very sincere, very dedicated devotee, very genius student, wonderful doctor he became, got married, had 2 small children. 1 month back, he was diagnosed with leukemia. In the beginning few days, the doctors told it is a very mild type of leukemia and it is treatable, don't worry. But then further tests were done and it was revealed that this was a very, very dangerous form of leukemia. He was put in isolation because he was given chemotherapy. They were fearing infection. So he was isolation. Nobody was able to meet him. Only on phone, people would talk to him. It was very, very dangerous, life-threatening thing. They were trying to arrange for a bone marrow transplant, which is very risky. I had talked with this devotee a few times, 2 times, and I was just amazed to hear what was the consciousness of his devotee. He was just expressing gratitude for whatever he has received. No grudges. He was not complaining, no complaints. He was so very grateful to everything, to all the devotees, never asking why this happened to me. Always grateful. And he had a talk with His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj on Zoom. He asked Maharaj 2 questions. Maharaj, I have 2 children. How can I be detached from my children, family? Because this is a very, very dangerous situation. He was not sure whether he'll survive or not. Maharaj said, just take care of your children. You have done your responsibilities nicely. Be attached to them in a spiritual way. Just like I am attached to you in a spiritual way. Maharaj said that. You please attach to them in spiritual way. Be attached to them in spiritual way, not materially. And it was a long discussion. And he asked another question. Maharaj, how to remember Krishna in painful situations. It is so very painful to remember. It is so very difficult to remember Krishna in painful situations. So His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj said, when we are good in health, to the extent in that situation, we should try our best to remember Krishna. And now you are in difficult situation. Now you do whatever is possible and rest Krishna will take care. He was always grateful. And then first cycle of chemotherapy was given to him. He was about to be discharged from hospital. That evening, he got a cardiac arrest, heart attack. Somehow doctors revived him back. His organs started failing. Next day, they were about to put him on ventilator. And for that, to put on ventilator, one has to be sedated first. So this devotee, he was told, he was a doctor himself, he was an anesthetist, he knew all the critical care, what is happening, how risky is, he knew everything. So now he was about to be put on ventilator. The last words he spoke, I am thankful to everyone. So to be grateful in such situation where you know that whether I'll survive or not, still is grateful. And then he was put on ventilator, and then after a few hours, he left his body. Very great soul, very wonderful devotee. He was like a sage. He was always very calm, sober. He was always grateful. So when we see such examples of devotees who are always grateful in such difficult situations, what can be more difficult than this? You are about to leave your body. It is not artificial to be grateful in that situation. You can't be grateful artificially. So that's how, when we, all the devotee community, doctor community, all of us, when we saw this great devotee, the way he left, he has set such a wonderful example, such a great inspiration for everyone. So thank you. I just wanted to share, this life of this wonderful devotee who was completely peaceful because he lived his life like this. Although he was just 42, 43 maybe, but still, he was a pure devotee. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this very, very inspiring, thought-provoking class. Yes, I request devotees. First, I request Pitambara Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Gaur Vilas Das Prabhu, my Danvat pranams to you.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances. What a great class, Prabhu. What a very, very clearly said that we need consistency. We need to know the importance of chanting, everything. So Prabhu, I've got a quick question. I was reading
I may be speaking all these things, but a request to all the devotees, please pray for me also. It is not that I am such a great devotee I am speaking. No, I am also just learning, trying to follow. But just depending on the prayers and mercy of the devotees to practice these principles. These are all very high principles which are given to us. So whatever I hear, I am just repeating. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
Prabhu.
much, Prabhu. So a couple of quick questions, Prabhu. So the very first one is when I was reading the purport, I read Prabhupada saying that Krishna assumes the form which a devotee desires. And I was thinking that there is a pastime which I'm forgetting, which I need you to tell me as first answer to first question. Is that, Krishna turned himself from Shyam Sundara form to Lord Ramachandra with Dhanush Ban. I believe it was Murari Gupta, who is none other than Hanumanji, or that's the first question. If you can just shed some light. I'm forgetting, so I need to know what is that pastime. It's a
I'm not
sweet.
sure which particular pastime which you are pointing to, Prabhuji, because Mahaprabhu also displayed his form of Lord Ram to Murari Gupta, but Shyam Sundar to Lord Ram, I'm not sure. There is one story which I hear about Lord Krishna exhibiting his pastime of making a bridge across the ocean, that is in Braja. So one time all the gopis they were telling, and Krishna was telling all the gopis that I am that Lord Ram. I built a bridge on the ocean. So all the gopis were laughing, and then they challenged, how is this possible? So that time Lord Krishna he built a bridge on that small Yamuna, on the Yamuna river. That is one thing I can remember. Apart from that, I'm not remembering any other. Maybe if any other devotee they remember, they can share.
Sure, Prabhu. Maybe I'll leave it to the host to decide. But there is some sweet pastime which I heard, but I'm forgetting that Lord Ramchandra came up as a Archa Vigraha with Dhanus Ban, and then Prabhu. Second quick question is, I really appreciate you saying that we should know the importance of chanting, because it's very important. Krishna has invested all his potency into Nam, Harinam. But for that, you also said that we have to maintain consistency. And it's not my question. There are other questions also in the chat, which revolves around consistency. Prabhu, I know consistency is important. We know the importance of the chanting. We know Brahma Muhurta is the most important. We try to wake up and we do our 16 rounds in Brahma Muhurta. But consistency, when it comes to consistency, Prabhu, sometimes it breaks. Although we have got our sincere desire to maintain the consistency, but sometimes, it. So how do we make sure, Prabhu? My quick question is, how do we make sure we are non-stop consistent, come what may? We are consistent in our chanting. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My then words to you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we all go through these ups and downs, but it is not unnatural to, to fall or come below our ideal expectations, because we are in conditioned state. That is first. But even if we are very consistent, steady devotees, but still our worldly circumstances may not allow us to be consistent sometimes. Our health may not allow us to be consistent sometimes. So if we can keep on praying to be as consistent as possible, as you're saying, lines on stone, whether sun will not rise, but this devotee will be there for chanting in the morning for sure. There are few devotees we have in our devotee community, but not everybody can come up to that standard. Most important thing we should know is how quickly we bounce back to the normal state. If we are able to be consistent, that is great, but it will not happen for everyone. What we should always keep in mind is how quickly we are back. Okay, one day, 2 days, and third day I am back on track. To the extent we will, come back quickly, endeavor and do little more what we can do on regular days. Okay, I'm little sick, I am little weak, I can't chant, I can't get up early today. Okay, if I got up today at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock because my health was not good, if by evening my health is good, tomorrow I'll get up early. As quickly as possible, we should try to come back to normal, on track. And the more we are endeavoring, the more we are determined, our coming back on track will be easier. Otherwise, it may take many, many days. Or for some devotees, it may take weeks or months, maybe. So it all depends on how consistent you are, we are. when things are good in our life. When my health is good, when my office, family, social situation is good, how consistent I am in those times. Whatever happens, I'm there for chanting. I'm there for Mangalarti. If we are consistent in those times, we'll be back on track quickly in our difficult times. So it all depends on how we are taking this seriously when we are in good health, in good situations. And of course, prayers are important. We should keep on praying to devotees, praying to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for strength. Because ultimately, he only gives us strength. Mahaprabhu's mercy is must.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Wonderful answer. Hare Krishna. My danvats to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Next, I request Neena Mataji. Please ask your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what a beautiful class. And thank you so much for reminding us about the consistency, that how good we are, consistent we are when we are actually in good situation. Thank you for that beautiful note. We'll keep in mind. Prabhuji, my question, as you were talking about your friend, where Radhanath Swami Maharaj kindly advised him that be attached to your children in a spiritual way. Now, how do I do that in practical? I mean, yes, sometimes I can think that I'm just serving my child, I'm just serving my daughter. It's Krishna's element, it's Krishna's part and parcel. How do we really internalize it? Any tips?
As Kunti Maharani offers a prayer, she's a mother who went through a lot. It is not unnatural to go through pains and sorrow when we see our children in difficult situations. It is natural. We should be pain. We should be in pain. We should feel sad, and it is natural. But that sorrow should not take us away from our spiritual practices, and that situation should not make us so obsessed that we don't even try to give spiritual solutions to our children. Taking care of the children physically, that has to be done, that is must. But we should always take care of their spiritual needs also, trying to give them Krishna consciousness as much as possible. What about our attachment? Because it is natural to be attached to children. As Kunti Maharani says, "Oh my Lord," Dridham says, "Sneha pasham imam chindi dridham pandushu vrishnishu." She says, "Please cut off my material attachments to my family side, maternal side and paternal side, Pandushu and Vrishnishu." How to do that? How it will happen? Because it is not so easy. Easier said than done. She says, "Tvaime ananya vishaya mate madhupate sakrit rati mudhvata dadha gangai vogam danvati." To the extent we are developing our attachment to Krishna, to that extent our material attachments to our family will decrease. It is not a day or a week or a month or a decade of project. It may take decades, depending on our intensity of practice. But we should be conscious that this is what I have to achieve in my life. I want to develop my attachment to Krishna. And the more we'll be attached to Krishna, natural outcome of our attachment to Krishna is detachment from our material things. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Ashu Vairagya. We should not do this artificially. Artificial, we cannot practice this detachment. It will not stay long. We have to be organic in our devotional service. We can't work at a level where we are not. तावत् कर्माणि पूर्वीत न निर्विद्येत यावता मत्कथा श्रवणादो वा श्रद्धा यावन्न jayate. Krishna says, please work at the level where you are. We can't artificially imitate pure devotees. In the house of Srivas Thakur, his son died and he's saying nobody will cry because Mahaprabhu is dancing. Nobody should disturb him. We can't do that. We are not at that level. So we should work at our level. Being prayerful. Oh my Lord, I want to develop that attachment to you, and you do whatever you like. If you want to cut off my attachments now, please do it. But Lord knows when to cut the attachment. If we are not ready now, He'll not do it. Because Lord knows. He is the best surgeon. He knows when to cut, how much to cut, when to remove this tumor. He knows the best. We have to just put faith in the Lord. And we have to do our job of sincere practice of chanting. So this is what we can do. It is a long journey. Only thing in our hand is our sincere practice of chanting. Rest everything is rewarded and awarded by the Lord in due course of time. It will not happen artificially so quickly. Just keep on doing the same things. It comes in the 12th canto of Bhagavatam. Markandeya Rishi, he was doing simple practices. He was not doing some great gymnastics or severe tapasya. Simple practices of getting up early in the morning, doing his daily rituals. He did it for years and years and maybe hundreds and thousands of years. Simple practices. And by that he pleased the Lord. So we should not be thinking, I want to do something big, then only I'll be touched. Simple practices. Consistent practices. And Krishna will reveal from within, now you should do this also. Someday some thought will come. आता है ऐसा विचार, sometimes thought comes, थोड़ा ये भी करना चाहिए. I should try to do this also from today. That is given by the Lord. Seeing our consistent practices, Krishna gives that thought from within. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that wonderful answer. Now I request Radha Jyoti Mataji, you can please ask a question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, and my humble obeisances to you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances at dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, you mentioned about one verse that Harikatha showers spiritual fruits on everybody, and we should be grateful to accept it and endeavor for it every day. Could you please give that verse?
Can you please repeat?
You mentioned one verse,
Which
right?
verse?
The Harikatha is like showering on us, and we should be able to
Okay.
endeavor.
That is about the devotees. Ei amritanukshan sadhu mahanta meghagan vishwadhyane kare barishan. Tate phale amrita phal bhakta khaye nirantara tara shesha jiye jagajan. Same verse, right?
Yes,
This
yes.
verse,
Could you please
Swami
give the
says that
number? It is in
number,
CC.
it is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll find it out.
I can
And
speak
you
verses,
mentioned,
but I don't remember the numbers as much. I know one devotee, he knows all the numbers also. He's not so speaking the verses, he knows numbers. I am other way. I'll just find out the verse for you. Just a
and
minute.
we don't know anything, and we can't even remember or spell even the Sanskrit. Prabhuji, you mentioned about the intensity of
This
practice.
comes in, just a minute. This comes in Madhya Lila, 25th chapter, 276th verse. Yeah.
Intensity of the practice. Could you please tell us about this? How we should
25th chapter, Mataji. 25th. 25th, 276. Yeah, please repeat Mataji question. Sorry.
Prabhuji, how we will be able to intensify our practice every day, because we are doing repetitively the same thing, right, every day. And I just wonder how devotees are doing for 20 years, for 30
Intensity
years.
means doing the same things with attention. There is no rocket science, no esoteric meaning behind intensity. Intensity means the same simple things we are doing, we should do with great attention. That is intense. Intensity in chanting does not mean somebody is shaking his head violently while chanting. That means he's intensely chanting. No. If somebody is attentive during his chanting, that is intense chanting. Okay, so whatever practices we are doing, try to be present, try to be attentive. That is intense.
And Prabhuji, I
That is
have one more
sufficient.
question. Uh, what is the difference between the forms of Lord and the features of Lord? How it is connected? Or does everything is
Form
in
means a particular form. The form means particular form. Ram, Krishna, Varaha, Narsim, Parshuram. The overall is the form. And the particular feature means the particular features means the particular things which you can zoom in and see. The feature means, oh, the eyes of the Lord are like this. The Lord is wearing this ornament. Lord is having pitambar. Or these are the features. Form means the general description. The
No, no,
features
no.
means
This
little
is
more.
not what I'm asking. The feature is Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwaneti, Shabdate. That I'm asking. What is the difference? Because I got confused.
Sorry, Mati, I didn't get the question.
Um, when we describe the form of a Lord, they entered in the zone of features, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, and Bhagwaneti. They have connected this to that. I was thinking that form is connected to incarnation. So I was just wanted to know how it is connected to features of the Lord. Is it clear?
The Lord appears in three features as as Bhagavatam describes.
Yes.
Vadanti tat tattvavida tattvam yadganatyam varmeti paramatmeti bhagwan. These are the three features, means these are three ways in which the Lord is manifesting in this world to different people. Brahman means the general, the Brahma Jyoti, the light which comes from the body of the Lord. This is one feature. It is not the complete Lord. It is one aspect of the Lord. Lord is not just Brahman. It is one feature, that means one aspect. And there is another aspect of the Lord, another feature of the Lord by which He is manifesting in everyone's heart. That is Paramatma. But the original, the full, complete feature of the Lord is Bhagavan. So that's how the Lord manifests in different ways. But the complete manifestation is Bhagavan. So that's the meaning of features. Some features, just like when you have a mobile, some features may be there which are workable. You can see some features you can't access. Some features only company can access. Some features the repair people, those who repair the mobile, they can access. So that's how the Lord, He has different features which are accessible by different people. Devotee can access all the features of the Lord. That is Bhagavan.
And Prabhuji,
Okay.
Prabhuji, I have one more question. See, if someone is guilty, then we can see that it is arising from impurities, right? So, how this gratefulness is arriving, like how it is protruding from our heart, how it is sprouting out.
But we have to practice it. Whether we get good things or bad things, we have to practice it. We can begin by practicing gratefulness for the good things which we have received from the Lord. Say thank you. And then we'll be able to practice gratitude even in difficult times. There is a practice. Tatte anukampa samikshamana. It will not come automatically. We have to consciously practice it. Pray for it. Then that artificial gratitude will become real for us. pray for it and do it artificial in the beginning, and then it will become real for us, like that devotee. For him, gratitude was real because he practiced it whole life. Hare Krishna. Thank you. I'll stop here.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Eternally grateful to you, and thank you so much for teaching every time and keeping us grounded. And we are trying to do bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhuji, do you have time? There is one more hand raised now, or we can take it next week. Yes. Okay, Hemangi Mataji. Hemangi Mataji, you can please ask.
Thank you, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, very, very wonderful class. I just wanted to understand, the discussion was that the devotee can only give bhakti, and people who worship demigods, they may keep doing it life after life. It's not gonna give them bhakti. But we do hear that, devotees of, say, Durga and Shiva, they also get to Krishna bhakti because those demigods direct them to Krishna. So how do we understand this, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
For sure, some devotee must have come in their life. It is not possible without the intervention of devotees. It is impossible. That is the basic understanding. If some demigod worshipper is becoming a devotee of Krishna, for sure he must have interacted with some devotee. That may not be the last thing which they did, but they may have done some association, they may have done some good to some devotee in their life. Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti means either you appreciate devotee, help devotee, or you appreciate anything related to bhakti. You appreciate the deities, you appreciate. And when will somebody appreciate the deities? If they come to temple, if some devotee has given them some good and spoken with them something good, then they will develop some gratitude. Then they will also see deities nicely. We may see some external expression of, oh, this person is so very happy seeing the deities. But that has happened because some devotee came in the life of this person. It is not possible without intervention of a devotee. That is the basic fundamental understanding of all the scriptures. Just regular appreciation of the deities may give them some sukriti, but ultimately, when they come in touch with devotee, then they become actual devotees. That sukriti will actually manifest when they come in touch with the devotees. That we should be very clear. So it is our responsibility that if we want to bring other people close to Krishna, we have to do some extra endeavor. We have to preach. We have to make them favorable to Krishna, favorable to Krishna consciousness. That is the responsibility of every one of us. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for
we'll stop here.
wonderful session. Yes, Prabhu, we will pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo namo namah.
Antakoti Vaishnavrinda ki
Antakoti
jai.
Vaishnavrinda ki
Jagadish
jai.
Prabhupada ki
Prabhupada
jai.
ki jai.
Grace Gaur Vilas Das Prabhuji ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. We love you.
Hari Bol.
Gauranga.